Morning, everybody. It's Kiralee here. How's it going? How's your week been? Valentine's Day, full moon. Today is the 17th of February, and we had our full moon last night. I never have a problem sleeping. It's almost like it puts me to sleep. So I had a really good sleep last night. And quite possibly because I didn't sleep very well on Monday or Tuesday night, I went down to Wellington and planted some seeds of love and peace and harmony in the grounds of Parliament. And that is all I saw, to be honest, was love and peace and harmony and generosity and kindness. I got a park directly across the road from Parliament. There may be 3 roads blocked off, but certainly nothing like what we were hearing in the media, news reports, saying Wellington was gridlocked. No, not what I saw anyway, and not in the immediate vicinity. I was driving round Parliament, round the streets, when I got there, just doing a recce to see, suss out a park and all that sort of thing. So beautiful energy there. It's like a spiritual festival. Great energy there. And the singing and dancing and the stories. There are vaccinated people there. There are unvaccinated people there. There are people with masks. There are people with no masks. There are people that have lost their jobs through the mandates. There are people that voluntarily left their jobs. You just run into, everyone's there for the same cause. So you're talking to strangers, and for quite some time. But that's all part of the fun. And they being the protesters, but I can't call it a protest. As I say, it's like a peaceful gathering, despite what the media are saying. It's peaceful, it's loving, it's love. And a beautiful portal has been created there that will stay within the earth, and that where people have been dancing the vibration, that love vibration going into the earth. So that will serve Parliament very well going forward. So on the Tuesday morning, when I went back there, it was beautiful. The sun was coming up. People were just kind of milling about. I suppose it was about 9:30, something like that. And I was just feeling the sun coming on my back. That was beautiful, and I was just had my eyes closed and breathing in the sun. And then I was urged to turn around and look at the sun. And I'm just bringing up the photo that I took. I couldn't believe it. Look at the beautiful aura around the sun. And I was so excited in that moment. I was so excited because it's like, yes, the light beings are here. They've come to support. They've come to share their light as well, and all their presence. So that was really exciting, knowing that, we are being supported by the spirit realms. So today, in light of that photo, I'm sorry if my the second video was a bit rushed. I felt it was a bit rushed. I wanted it done by that Sunday. So I hope you got something out of that. And I haven't even checked on the statistics, because since then I've been in Wellington, and yesterday was quite a busy day in the shop. So didn't have, it's not that I didn't have the time, I didn't have the energy, I guess. So I thought I'd just pop on today and just pull a few cards. So I thought I'd pull some for the Angels and Ancestors deck. This is by Kyle Gray, and Lily Moses does the artwork there. So just thought I was, just out of interest, pull a couple of cards and see who's around Parliament at this time, actually. Who was visiting on Tuesday morning? It was. It's the energy. The fire guardian. Ignite your passion. And there is a lot of passion down on the Parliament grounds. There really is. People are standing up for it, but they're standing up peacefully. And it's almost like the way his hands is like, well, come on, come and talk to us. Let's meet halfway. Like, here we are. And the passions are high for all different reasons, but predominantly the mandates. Interesting, we've got the Earth Guardian on the bottom. Look at that beautiful green. Green referencing the heart chakra, the love, the growth. Stay rooted and grounded, definitely. Rooted and grounded in the heart and in the heart space. And like, I just had to go and see for myself. But I went with the intention of love and peace and harmony and light and for the highest good. And I'll be back there next week as well, if seeing how things go. But now that I've been there, I can go back there in spirit anyway. He's also got almost like the emerald in his third eye, so seeing the higher perspective with love and healing. Two elements, the fire and the earth. So the elementals, of course. Sun, the fire. Oh yeah, okay. The fire being the solar disk, the sun, and that beautiful energy around the sun that I captured. So yes, we've got the elemental beings at Parliament. Oh, how exciting. Oh. Or elemental forces, sorry, not beings, elemental forces. Okay, shall we have two more cards from our ancestors? The hunter, track down your fears and desires. And that's what they're doing. It's what we're doing, not they, we. It's been, a lot of the rhetoric and narrative is fear-based. And when we're kept in fear, we're not being sovereign. We're not being individual. So they're going, we. I'm used to doing individual readings. That's why I'm sort of, anyway, we. we are tracking down our desires as well. We are fighting for what we believe in. Yeah, there's a lot of healing going on down there at the moment as well. A lot of healing. Oh, we've got the moon. We just had the full moon last night, didn't we? Here in New Zealand, in the southern hemisphere. Take note of the intuitive messages. And the card on the bottom. Okay, stand. So the moon is kind of feminine energies as well. So stand in the light of your own truth. Shine the light on your truth. It says be brave and honest. The moon is also subconscious, so just take note of all those thoughts coming up in the back of your mind in search of, in light of the truth, your perception of your reality. Only yours, no one else's, just yours. So, okay, I'll take that card as well because, oh, and this card. Oh my gosh, and then we can keep going. So the next three cards that followed the Be Brave and Honest was the Peacekeeper, Let Go of the Need, first of all was Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. So Mother Earth is supporting us as we go through this period of enlightenment. Following that was the Peacekeeper, letting go of the need to be right, Prime Minister. Followed by the Traveller, moving in a new direction. Okay, so we've got this. You know, that's what we're striving for as part of our ascension, is to bring Mother Earth back into balance, bring the elementals, being the fire, volcanoes, the sun, the earth, our planet, its waterways, nature, the air, quality, purity, you know, and then we get tornadoes, torrential wind and rain. So, you know, I think I said in my last video it felt like a bit of a cleansing, and with those high winds is just a blowing away of the old stuff. So it's almost like the earth, she's wanting to balance herself, and so therefore we have to go through the same process and balance ourselves on an individual level and also on a collective level. So it's almost once the narrative changes, that's when we're going to like change direction as a nation. Things come in cycles. The traveller card looks like, just in the back is a map and a compass. So we could be looking at the world reopening. I mean, countries are starting to. New Zealand, we're a bit slow. But it's once the need to be right is released, it's like once the truth comes out, that's when we'll start moving in a more positive, unified nation. Stay in your heart space. We're giving birth for the need to let go to be right in order to move in a new direction as well. So things are definitely going to a more where we're meant to, on a spiritual level as well as physical. So our own ascension, humanity into fifth dimensional consciousness. We have to let go of the old systems, old laws, old parliamentary systems. So it's interesting. We've got a good balance of masculine and feminine energies here. A couple of animal totems. Healing as well. When our hands are open, we've got nothing to hide. So their agenda is pure. Their agenda is for the highest good, to help us move in the direction as a nation and globally, moving in a direction of high consciousness. So I was also guided to pull some cards from Beyond Lemuria Oracle. These are more to do with the actual planet. And these have just kind of fallen out. Communication co-creation. So this is also in alignment with what's going down in Wellington, our country, New Zealand. Communication co-creation. Interesting. Communication is something the government, well, with the exception, I just heard this morning, David Seymour from the ACT Party has started making his presence known amongst the peace party. So, and there has been a lack of communication from any political persuasion up until this point. So the communication, co-creation, reclaim your energy, and gracious receptivity. Wow. Let's link into these cards for a moment. See, communication's the key, really. If there's no communication, if there's no dialogue, I mean, the Prime Minister has written the protesters off as being anti-vax, and that's just not true. There are people all ages, all walks of life. But the gem is in the communication. And when it's been done from the heart, and when it's been done with love, and when it's been the need to be right has been let go. You see the truth. The truth is coming. The truth is coming out within this communication, co-creation. Communication, co-creation. Yes. Which then we will reclaim our sovereignty as individuals, as having our free choice. I do believe that will happen. But the communication, gracious receptivity, we're opening our hands. We're waiting for something, our hands are empty. They're open, waiting for something to drop into. I think there's a symbol of the body, mind, and spirit, the whole collective. They're all indigenous actually, so representative of the different races down there as well. And there are different races, different religions. I saw Hare Krishna, and they held yoga and meditation and did their drumming and their singing, and so I do see it being a successful stand. That was like my first ever protest. When we were travelling through Turkey, inadvertently get caught up in one. We didn't know that until we were kind of surrounded. And so that was my first ever protest. And I just felt really strongly once I saw the images of all those people being arrested and set upon by the police. And I talked to people about that when I was down there, and those that saw it. So I'm just relaying. Yes, it wasn't what I saw, but the media did report as well that the police descended onto the crowd. So I think there are a few groups still waiting for some form of apology or acknowledgement, at least, that that was unnecessary. Anything else you'd like to say, Spirit, on New Zealand? in particular Wellington, in order to get back to, paradise, higher states of consciousness. Vulnerability. In order to grow, we need to be vulnerable, to open up and let go of the old. And to be vulnerable is putting yourself on the line. Willing to shed the old and allow the new to open up. Having the courage to just to follow your instinct. That's what being vulnerable is. Being vulnerable is like transparent. Being vulnerable is also acknowledging one needs healing or help. Trust yourself as well. And once you've opened up a little bit, then it's not so scary. Being vulnerable. Open and share. Open, release. Okay. Okay, let's end with a card from the Metatron Self Mastery deck by Amanda Ellis and Jane Delaford Taylor. It's the mood in Wellington. What's the next step? Cup of replenishment, the gold, how beautiful. With the void on the bottom. So get your energy from the void. Replenish your cup. So that's the goblet of unconditional love, infinite love, or emotions of a high vibration. That can be topped up by connecting in with the universe or source. We can also top it up by going into the quiet, going into the void of our own mind. Meditate, rest, pause, relax. Okay, so I know some people are sort of rolling in and out of Wellington. Some are going down, some are leaving, more coming in, more going out. So there's people needing to, you know, get back to their normal life, recharge, and that, like myself, may go back down again. I came back because I had to open the shop, but I'll go back on the days my shop's closed. But in the meantime, I will recharge my energies and I'll be a bit more organised and to go down again and just put my energies there just to help build the energy of love and enlightenment and the search for truth. Okay, guys, well, I just thought I'd jump on, and the more I do these, the more practiced I'll become. So thanks for bearing with me. Hope that all makes sense. And please keep Wellington in your thoughts, even the politicians, and your healing thoughts, the people standing up for their rights, in your healing thoughts. For every person there, they're representing 10 people that can't be there. So we're not a fringe minority. And just remember, this is not about vaccination status. It's about Jacinda Ardern saying she would never make it compulsory, and she has. And that's not the only thing. But okay, I'll do an update maybe maybe next week after I get back and see how things are going. All right, take care, everybody. Lots of love and light and protection. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned. See you later.